Nvidia, Team Green, the Green Giant, they are definitely the top dog when it comes to the high-end GPU market, as well as the overall GPU market as well. The revenue says so, and the market share also says that. When the 5,000 cards were launched, for the most part, it was a pretty good success for Nvidia. And there were some issues, which I'll talk to a little bit later in this video, but overall, it offered good, decent performance over the previous cards. And obviously, when you bumped up to the higher end, the 5090, that's where you want to be if you want top-notch gaming. But it looks like some people may not want to go that high, but are still expecting even more performance and are waiting for the next set of GPUs from Nvidia. No, I'm not talking about the RTX 6000s. I'm talking about the super cards. So in this video, guys, I'm going to go over what we know about the 5,000 super cards so far. But before we dive deep into all the information, if you're new to the channel and enjoy staying up to date with the latest tech news, you landed at the right place. Do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video. All right, let's dive into this article here. Nvidia's upcoming RTX 5000 super GPUs, what you need to know before you buy. Now, this is an article out of Tech Radar. GPUs were launched back at CES this past January, and there was a lot of excitement and a lot of buzz around them. They even talked about the 5070 card getting like some massive performance boost over the previous cards, but that didn't actually live up to the hype. But overall, like I said, it was still pretty good for Nvidia. Nvidia is set to launch the RTX 5000 super models later this holiday season, which probably is around November or December. Now, that seems like it may be coming a little bit quicker than they did with the previous generation of cards. I believe that took anywhere from the 12 to 18 months before the super lineup came out. So this may be coming out a little bit quicker. The RTX 5080, the 5070 Ti, and the 5070 are the GPUs that are reportedly set to get the super upgrades. Now, the 5080 and the 5070 Ti are reportedly set to use 24 gigabytes of VRAM. And that's a bump up from the 16 gigabytes of VRAM that are on the current non-super models of the 5080 and the 5070 Ti. So big boost up in RAM for you. So definitely expect a little bit better performance from that. Now, pricing, we know right now is not finalized, but considering Team Green's previous move was reducing the RTX 4080 super price, as a slightly more powerful GPU compared to the standard model, we could see the similar pattern again. So I think for Nvidia's sake and hopefully for the consumer's sake that they actually follow this again and make the 5080 super cheaper than the 5080. So that would be a big boost. Now, depending on how much cheaper that is, because we've seen the prices of those cards, they're still not cheap. But if you want to step up to not quite the 5090s area, but you want a higher end gaming, obviously the 5080 is going to be what's for you. Now, obviously when the cards launched, there was definitely some controversy around the cards. These were the Blackwell GPUs, are the same ones they use for their high-end AI chips. You're talking about missing specs, you're talking about their ROPs, which are the render output unit, or what they call the raster optimization pipelines. Let's see, back in when these first launched, Nvidia confirms rare issue with some RTX 5090 and 5070 Ti GPUs. Here's how to check if you are affected by replacement. Roughly 0.05% of these new GPUs are affected by a hardware level fault causing lower than expected frame rates. So that's not good. If you pick up one of these cards and you're getting lower frame rates than expected, you would definitely be upset about that. Obviously, availability was a huge issue with obviously the cards selling out very quickly. You weren't able to get your hands on that. And of course, as a result of the limited availability, the prices skyrocketed. As we've seen the prices of the GPUs nowadays, it is ridiculous, and I don't see any future where the prices of those are going to go down anytime soon, especially considering we have the tariffs out there that are still looming and coming into effect. So definitely don't see those prices coming down anytime soon. Above all, if the super GPU models rumors are legitimate, prices will once again determine their success. Yes, price is obviously the ultimate factor, and that is going to be the big point to see what they're going to do with these pricing. Now, if they follow the same thing that they did with the 4070 Super model, I think that is a good approach for them to have. You get a bump up in spec and performance at the same, or in the case of the 4080, an even cheaper price. So hopefully Nvidia follows that same path and does that. That way it'll be a big boost to the consumer, that they are actually getting something that they want from that. But it's the same issue that also botched AMD's launch of the RX 9000 series. So when AMD launched those cards, we're talking about the pricing, they were hoping that the price point of the 9070 XT would be a huge selling point for a lot of consumers. But as we've seen what happened, the street price was expected to be $599, but that did not last long, because we can take a look here at those prices are up to almost $200 over what their retail price of those cards are. So you see here, it went from $720, $719, $750, all up to $800. So again, the going price was supposed to be $600. We're looking at $800 or over $600, $700 for these cards. So so pricing again definitely is not going to come down anytime soon. That I don't see that happening again, especially with the state of the war that we're in right now. But that is everything that we know about the potential release of the 5000 cards. I'm sure in the near future there's going to be more information about these cards coming down the pipeline. So once we have the information, I will definitely be reporting on that. So make sure you stay locked for this channel for that. Once again, guys, thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Again, if you're new to this channel, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button. Chances are, if you enjoy this type of content, you may have friends or family that enjoy this as well, so make sure you share this with them. Also, if you want to stay up to date with the latest tech news, head over to soundsturdy.com, where I curate and aggregate tech news from around the web, covering Apple, Samsung, Android, Google, computing, and even more tech news, all at the website soundsturdy.com. And for even more tech news in video form, check out one of these two videos right here. Until next video, guys, stay nerdy.